yeah, we'll see what they can bring to the table today.
I don't think this is the NA 5 to 6 decider. Where is that down to the left? It's not. Yeah, it's lower bracket. We're live with the pistol. One of the things
Buses
Jason,
all over, Robin.
Yeah, Jason pointed out with the series, right? This is an uphill battle for Gen.G. It's not like they can't cause the upset, but when we pay attention to Gen.G's, this pistol going to be a very quick one. Bent at 1-on-3 now. I'll hold the thought until this round's over.
This is Gen.G's pick. And what we saw from 100 Thieves in this map the other day was really cool. Liaz had a stunning game in Ramp Room. Gratisfaction was ultra mobile with the AWP. He was in like hard carry mode. I mean, 100 Thieves are proficient on Nuke.
They definitely are, and they make this pistol round even look a bit discombobulated. Gen.G members not even able to shoot back in a lot of these duels. You can see it here, 100 Thieves members all with 100 HP. A kit on the back of Gratisfaction. Bentet, he's got the bomb. He's actually just spotted the little head. And this smoke should allow him to get the plant, but he's going to go for the long game. He wants to go for the win. He's wrapping back around to Raptor. And he's actually going to run into... I can't even see it on the radar there. Jacob. He's not going to clear this. Oh, he does!
Bentet's a monster. Here we go. Get into it. Footsteps being made. Gratisfaction hears it the entire time, and he can just slow play this. Doesn't have to stop him from getting into the site. He can try and move forward, but he's waiting for his teammate. That's Alza who's going to be coming up vents. Now the two of them. There is a kit as well in Gratisfaction. Bentet swings around, but Alza's ready. And that is the pistol round for 100 Thieves.
Still very much of a bonus though. Bentet getting the bomb down. Should mean here that we might see a buy from Gen.G for this round. But as I was going to say, as Jason pointed out, the odds are definitely in 100 Thieves for this game, but Gen.G can definitely cause the upset. But the problem here, and we've seen that all week, and I even mentioned in the Sonic interview as well, is Gen.G's basics have been good for the first 20 seconds on both the T side and the CT side. But then after that, they seem to just run out of ideas or not even have an idea, or at least that's how it looked like for us spectating. It's been a lot of just 1-1-1 duels. And a lot of rounds won from Gen.G just from star player performance. But that's not how you're consistent. And you kind of saw that as well. Sure, they ended up getting the better of Cloud9, obviously, which is why they're in the lower bracket. Cloud9 was in that 56th place decider. But Cloud9 has definitely been playing a much better game this week than Gen.G has. But we'll see here if they can take it versus 100 Thieves here. I think the map pool, I think the map in general is going to be very difficult. 100 Thieves, like Jason pointed out, this is a really good map for 100 Thieves a few days ago, and then same thing. One of the best Vertigo teams in my book.
Oh dear. JKS got to be careful. They're swarming his position. Liaz beneath heaven. But even he's got to be very careful how they approach this. So JKS is going to find safety inside the hut. Yeah, I think most of the conversation has been, while Gen.G has been kind of sketchy throughout this week, their peak, if they ever hit it, is going to be insane. Nice control from Jacob with the FAMAS. He's got to get back. There's a scout to hit him with the tag, and he does get away. 3-on-3, but now the play in heaven starts coming to fruition.
And yes, he's in a good spot here. If JKS can survive or even get 2 kills, that would be huge. He does do a lot of damage on the Bentet. Oh, Liaz, he loses the timing. It's still a 1 versus 1. He's got to press the issue, but he doesn't. He decides to be a patient, and this actually might even work out for him. He has no idea. Both players are in the site, though.
Yeah, but they might just wide swing it and low HP on Bentet. Liaz has got it done. AK-47 picked up. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Get him.
Get some of that BM going. 5-1 on Liaz, and a big-time clutch there with a triple kill in the round. 2-0, he saves the day. But economy's going to be low. A plant is going to help Gen.G. I would be convinced that they're going to buy in this round. In fact, it would throw everything I have come to know about this new economy system if they didn't buy in this round. I would just have to throw it all out the window. That'd be depressing.
Definitely would have still respected a Tech 9 armor buy and a full, really strong buy into the next, but Gen.G, they decide, fully invest. They want to take advantage of just the 1 member of 100 Thieves surviving. They want to take control of the economy early on in this first half. It looks like Daps, he's going to be in this heaven position. Twinkie, he only has the P250, so he's actually going a little bit more fast, a little more aggressive. Smoking off that connector area. And This jump, is it happening? Surely Daps tries to get the contact first for his riflers here.
I was going to say, surely he tries to just be the bait, reveal some positions. I find it interesting they're not using these smokes quite yet. One of them is just faded, and they have no nades behind it. So as soon as those smokes clear, it's just an open duel. And yeah, maybe that's what they want because they have the advantage. The AKs stop out in the open. JKS got to be careful. Little bit of damage, but nothing special. Daps is going to be close up, and now he turns into a lurk.
Still a worrisome sign here for GenG. You have no nades left to hit this bomb site. So 100 Thieves, win condition here for GenG if that they're overly aggressive and they're going down. It's 3-on-3 still though. Still in a very bad spot for GenG. You still have no nades other than a flashbang now to kind of hit that bomb site.
The real problem is that I don't think they can go lower. With the positioning of Daps and Kusta, it's like you guys have just been primed this whole time to hit that upper bomb site. Now you're looking, Alza's in a great position to stop Bentet. Gratisfaction's down below. So this is where Kusta and Daps have to make their play, but 20 seconds left. Running this clock down.
And they can't make Bentet be the first point of contact here.
He's the bomb.
What the heck? Kusta's got to be the player to go, and there it is. Daps and Kusta following through, and just in the nick of time. Are they going to even get the bomb down?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay. They get the bomb down in the nick of time. Gratisfaction in a 1 versus 3.
Man, 1 kill onto Bentet. Look at his HP as well. If Alza had just been able to complete that frag, the round's over no matter what kills come out.
Plus, Bentet was the first to go up and try to poke and prod, and that was their the biggest losing condition there for GenG, so they're lucky to scrape by with this round.
Here's what
leaving it down to the wire.
Yeah, here's what I will say about that. Obviously, round's definitely over now. Here's what I will say about this. If we pay attention to the whole week for GenG, these are the rounds that they struggled on. It's late round, it's 3v3. They tend to be very spread out, and they never got anything done with it. But actually, the first 2 rounds here we see, well, this is the first round they kind of get it done. But even the pistol round, you see Bentet actually pacing himself a little bit. Maybe they've talked about it a little bit. Maybe they've actually, you know, maybe there are some band-aid fixes here on the GenG side. We even talked to Daps, and he said it himself. They have been struggling. The basics are there in the early stages, but then falls short a little bit in most cases. But that was a really nice round there.
If for no other reason, too, it also shatters the economy. Shotgun, upgraded pistols, and a scout. It's come into the fight here in this round number 4 for 100 Thieves.
Pretty defensive, compact setup here for 100 Thieves. We noticed on the minimap there's no one playing ramp. They've made the read, or at least for now, and nicely done by Sam. I was going to say nicely done by Sam of clearing everything. He's still, I don't know. I think once the smoke fades here, we'll see what happens. Oh, there we go. You're going to be upset about that.
That's awesome.
JKS doesn't have a lot of help either. It's one from Ingarad there. CT Blue, and he goes down the gratis.
Who threw the flash?
That was way too far, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was Jacob.
I'm sorry, JKS. Valiant effort, valiant setup so far. Already 2 members down. Azure has an answer for it, though. That 5-7 coming into play. Daps, he's going to be able to retrieve the bomb. His teammate is actually upper, so he's going to meet back up with him as Kusta makes his way back up to Rafter.
Where's Jacob in position with his shotgun? That's the question. Over towards door, so maybe he pops it open if he hears footsteps, but I don't think he's got a teammate nearby to help him in any way. Ozzo's going to come up on the flank. Up secret. Door open as a distraction. But with the player in heaven, GenG have a good chance of turning this round if they can keep him pinned down. However, the time is everything. 14 seconds. Oh, that's perfect. Ozza can't peek any longer. That was absolutely needed. But there's still time for Ozza to readjust over towards heaven. And if Daps goes down, that's good damage dealt to him inside of the bomb site through the smoke and narrowly avoiding those deagle shots. He's going to get close up to the smoke. Liaz coming through, jumps right around the edge. And Ozza, he's dropped from above, traded by the shotgun. And Daps, you better hope and pray they don't expect this. He certainly is not saving this.
Wait.
He's walking away from where the bomb is planted. He's fortunate they're not sticking it. Now they have to get on it.
He knows they don't have a kit. He's playing the long game here. Gets the first, and actually he's going to be able to win this.
What a good round from Daps. That's bold. If they had just stuck it the first time around, that would have been a full defuse. But obviously, calls the bluff.
Yeah, and the gamble pays off. Daps have had a really good week, I'd say, as well. Even versus EG, he had a great series. Wins them that round, and as Jason mentioned, even the previous round, set 100 Thieves back very much so on the economy. That was the last money they had, and now they're forced on a save. Money loss bonus, obviously 2 ticks. So they're not buying a lot here. It's going to be a buy round for next. Usually you see here with these kinds of rounds, it's a stack, might be a lobby push, maybe an outside push.
We saw Daps the other day going ham as well. Daps is hitting a nice individual peak for Gen.G.
Yeah, on train, what did he have, like nearly 30 kills?
Yeah, like normally he's kind of considered the liability, but
Yeah.
he's obviously put some work in on it.
Definitely good to see. And Gen.G, they went out on that economy war. I mentioned it early on. That's definitely they didn't want to shy away from that battle. They come out on top here. 100 Thieves. They don't force back into this round. They want to have that AWP on Gratisfaction as early as possible. And Daps, we saw him kind of poking and prodding outside early on in the earlier rounds, and he does it again.
Yeah, this is just a stack towards ramp room, so should be able to see them handle it. And if they flank all the way around, whoever is underneath the ladder, Daps is going to get some free kills if he continues. Ooh, maybe not free. No longer free. They've moved. They've left their position.
They're on the hunt. They've gotten Daps down.
Oh dear.
And automatic.
This is spicy. 2 AK-47s that can be salvaged. I don't know if they'll be able to read this and get downstairs in time, though, and especially with the low HP on someone like Liaz, might not be worth it. So maybe a situation where if this bomb gets planted, at this point, grab 2 AK-47s and just bail out. You just call it a victory with the salvaged weapons.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you don't have all this to run for this side. I mean, now with this kill, yeah, maybe, but still, the issue still persists. No armor, no nades.
No kits.
No kits. So exactly like you're saying,
Low
bomb
on
already
HP.
down. They might be going for it here like a little bit early just to see if there's someone a little bit sloppy from Gen.G playing a little aggressive. But if they're not spotting anyone here, like you mentioned, you may be better off saving the 2 weapons that you have. And keep in mind, no kits, so you have to start defusing the bomb relatively soon.
That's them looking to bait Liaz and maybe try and find one more kill, and unfortunately they'll lose everything. So it's not a huge deal because they were going to be buying in this round no matter what. It just would have just been able to bolster the economy across 2 or 3 players if they save those weapons. 2-3 as Gen.G take a lead in the game.
Yeah, and the only for 100 Thieves there as well, instead of maybe getting the bomb defuse, we also noticed getting the kills there. It's a full buy from Gen.G, but we keep the economy somewhat low at least. This is the moment where it kind of gets a little bit... We talk about the mid-round stuff, right? Daps goes down there and Daps is usually the playmaker. Daps is the one that calls the plays. When Daps is the one that's fighting, nothing is happening on the Gen.G side, so it gets a little bit murky there. They manage to get away with it anyway. But you can kind of see right out, just a small thing like that bodes, or the problem still kind of persists.
100 Thieves, they have a good idea that Daps has made his way down to the vent. But Kusta getting picked off early, that kind of throws a spanner in the works for Gen.G's game plan coming into this round, and even automatic getting picked off. But Daps, he finally gets rewarded for his patience down lower, and somehow, some way, Benthead is also down lower. But 100 Thieves, they've got the bomb on top of T roof.
Yeah, someone's made a mistake. Someone has made a boo-boo on the Gen.G side of things. And a 1 versus 3, and I'm just going to go ahead and call it now. Jinx be damned. This is an impossible one to win. Impossible to win.
We've seen some crazy come out of Daps.
Listen, you got 45 seconds in secret. You got to march your ass all the way back to T-spawn. You got to kill 3 people and pick up the bomb.
If there's anyone in the world that's going to do it, it's going to be...
It would be Daps.
Not Daps.
He's taking his time.
I was going to say, and it's also one of these rounds, obviously that's a mistake on their part of like dropping the bomb where it is.
Yeah.
Everyone knows it, but you know there's always the one guy on the team that has to say something. He has to. You know what I mean?
He's like, who was it?
No,
who dropped the bomb on the roof?
Don't drop the bomb on the roof, God. It's supposed to be in lobby or something.
It sounds like you have experience being that guy. There's
always the guy.
You've got a really nice whiny aspect to the voice. It's
You know,
practiced.
the guy that does the best, obviously, is Seal.
Oh.
That didn't go where you
Exist
wanted.
doesn't have a
thought
whiny
it was
voice.
gonna go.
He
That
doesn't
did
whine a
pay.
lot. Yeah, he doesn't whine a lot. What you see on the images is basically what you get.
Well,
He's basically Finnish at heart. Josh just does a good Twitch chat slash NA voice.
yeah, Josh is good at that. Nice nade onto Som.
And it's I know how I feel about this buy from Gen.G. I hope that they have a plan with it, but it's a full buy, and when we look at their buy, and it's ass. It's not great.
All right, well, tell us what you really think, Robin.
I'm hoping we're going to see a main split here, maybe. I mean, we look at the smokes and stuff. They have 3 of them, so if they do the smoke wall here, they're only going to have... Oh, they actually waste the one aggressively as well. So they have no more smokes here left on the board for Gen.G. So even if you make it down, again, it's the same conversation we had last time. It's 100 Thieves now that has to kind of make this mistake of being overly aggressive. We know for a fact that Gen.G, they're not going to be able to hit this bomb site very well once they go down lower. So, and even for the afterplant, we're talking individual performances here.
Well,
like nothing you've ever seen before.
Oh dear.
Oh, and that's such a nice defensive molly too that JKS throws. Look at the damage they have taken. They have to kind of get a move on here. That's the best case they could have done for Gen.G. But it's not going to work out. Again, I feel like I've only been mad 2 times this week, and both of the times come from the side of Gen.G. Let's not make it a third here.
Let's see if we can get... We have a whole best of 3 series, Robin. Maybe we can get up to 5.
Don't tempt me. No, I'm kidding. But this is going to be... They didn't really get... I mean, at least here, when we do a buy like this, at least the goal is always to get the bomb down, to at least try and salvage the round a little bit. But you don't get the bomb down either. So now we're in a point... You could have saved for last round, you could have bought for this, but now you're in a point. It's a full save. We talk about getting the bomb down very much in front of this round too. This one, though, is going to be even more so difficult. Even getting a kill here is a bonus.
Oh,
I love this. We do this one as well. Fabric is always the guy that tries to plant the bomb. It never really works for him. We always give him shit for it. And you kind of see the same thing there.
I like it. Automatic thought. In his mind, he's like,
Yeah.
okay, this is it. This is my time.
Here's the thing. If you're going to do that, you might as well just walk out with the bomb.
Yeah.
Don't even try and fight.
Point.
Yeah,
Just say,
yeah.
I get this or I don't.
You're dead either way.
Because otherwise you just look silly. You're like, wow, you actually thought that was going to work, huh?
If you don't go with the bomb, it makes it seem like you're baiting. Nice. You mentioned, Jason, Gratisfaction was very active on this map last time we saw them. What a nade as well. Oh, dear God. Oh, dear.
Oh, my
Oh,
lord.
dear. Lias.
And the dink. Oh, that's a FAMAS stopping a full rush. Spectacular scenes here at CS Summit 6.
That's the power of...
We
oh,
have a
actually,
lot
he doesn't
of-
have the glasses anymore.
No, it's power of LASIK.
Yeah, power of LASIK, apparently.
We have a lot of firsts this summit, the Furia game, and then we also have a first 4-kill with a FAMAS.
I'll never forget Flamey's Galiles at Katowice in Ramp Room either. Just had been a long time since I've seen a Galiles.
Yeah, you don't see those weapons picked up a lot. But I mentioned the Galile's not that bad.
Yeah.
Strength of the M4, really cheap.
I was gonna say, here's the thing. Like the best part about the Galil is the money value you can get for it. If you get good with the Galil, like you can always have a rifle.
But you see as well when we think at the meta, like people tend to just buy the SMG instead of the Galil.
Yeah.
Because if you're buying a crappier weapon anyway, you might as well buy one that you have good movement speed.
And bonus
Is nobody
money as well.
watching this angle?
JKS is peeking there once in a while. Oh, the boost
Okay.
has definitely got an eyeball on it. Ozza gonna finish things off.
That's a nice round by Lias. That nade as well. But as this happened, we were talking about it, and we saw Gratisfaction kind of do what he did a few days ago as well, being very active on the outside area. He's in ramp, he's underground, he's outside. And he was really the playmaker when they played this map last time. He hasn't actually been as active.
Yeah,
He's
a bit more quiet.
Yep, but maybe also hasn't had the op all too many rounds. And it's not been a focus area all too much for Gen.G. It has been, but it's always been the 3 smokes with smoke wall, being very safe on getting down. And we have a tactical pause coming in.
Ooh, a tactical pause.
Yep. You don't like that?
I feel like it's been a while since I heard a tactical pause as a phrasing.
It sounds cool.
I like it. No, it does sound way more intense, but normally it's, timeout, tactical timeout, technical timeout. I feel like I haven't heard tactical pause in a little bit.
Sounds a little bit more serious, doesn't it?
It does. It's like it lends a certain amount of gravitas to the situation. Double Molotov at the choke points, preventing a fast rush. And GenG is back down to pistols, and another nice nade is going to chunk down Automatic and Som. Here we go. Jacob, it's your turn to try for a stat pad. Liaz got it last round. Flashbang doesn't work. And you've got 2 of 3. That ain't bad.
That ain't bad. He'll take those, and he'll take those all day. 100 Thieves once again start off this round with strong utility game. The utility game has been top-notch this time around, and once again, they just squish up those GenG members before the execute ever even comes, making things a lot easier. Quick work with those rifles. This is going to be a strong buy for GenG coming in, and this is actually probably the strongest buy for GenG coming into this half. The AWP onto Automatic. See what work he can do with that.
I think he buys it for an answer. No satisfaction as an op. There's a lot of money on the 100 Thieves side as well. The attack pause last round was called from Gen.G, so we saw the buy there as well, so they obviously had an idea with it. We'll see if they had some time left on that timeout to kind of talk about this round as well. It's another slow round. Makes sense as well. Like Christine mentioned, I think first round for Gen.G where we have an op on that T side, so obviously don't want to do something fast. Let's give Automatic some time here. See what he can do with it. But Bentat goes down again. Lias, the other guy that Jason mentioned, had a great series a few days ago.
Yeah, he's on fire again here today.
And that's great, especially when we talk about the ramp player. Usually, it tends to be the quiet position. It tends to be, the one position you rotate down to. Just the fact that he's getting a lot of action.
Yeah, it is usually a position that you kind of want one of your better decision makers to be at.
But it also always just is such a bonus when your ramp player can also take
Frag
one
out.
down before he makes those good decisions. So this is a dream start for 100 Thieves to be able to dominate and shut down that ramp. Liaz, once again, under pressure here. He's responded well. And that Molotov's actually going to push him off. He stays poised.
There's not going to be a lot of time here for this Gen.G push for hit the bombs. At 20 seconds left. And 100 Thieves are full control of where they are. It's going to be a nice hold of 100 Thieves. Satisfaction as well with a 4 kill. This is what I mentioned, and I mentioned it throughout this week. When we look at the timing on when you throw the smoke walls outside, and I mentioned as well in Europe especially, you don't tend to see smoke walls after the minute, and if it lands around the minute time, you don't tend to go down from them because there's so much time you need once you go down to clear everything without getting stressed. And we see here Gen.G comes down and there's 40 seconds left on the clock. They at least have nades and Kusa this time around. The problem is that they don't have enough time to make it to get there safe. They have to kind of get a rush on, and then JKS holds the nades. So we're getting there from Gen.G, but again, it's a little bit slow. It's they have the idea, but timing again we talk about. It's been a big problem for Gen.G throughout this week. We see it again,
and again and again,
and again and again. Yeah, and that can happen, especially versus a team like 100 Thieves. For Cloud9 and teams like that, maybe, you could be lucky. Maybe they over-rotate and stuff like that. But 100 Thieves, they're really good with the basics. They're really good with holding nades as well when they don't need to use them. You see here a minute, obviously it is an eco, but they've been such a force with utility. I'm sure even utility damage on these guys is just so high.
No, surely not. Oh,
Wait.
that's amazing. That is amazing. I kind of wish he had the knife out, the old knife strategy down below, and they land on you.
Oh my god.
Oz is crazy, but it's the good kind of crazy.
The smokes are so annoying for the T's because you can see.
Well, one of
looks,
them was the T smoke.
Yeah. Well, obviously, because you want to go down, you're not expecting the guy in there. But it looks so body, right? Because Azure is not smoked at all.
Yeah.
The T's, I can assure you, cannot see a damn thing when
Yeah.
they're getting killed there.
Well then,
Cheeky.
very cheeky.
And he makes the read again, right? 100 Thieves. Kind of expecting, watch out for a low buy, vent drop. And the setup is there for that.
Alza hasn't died in a while. He's got like $15.3 thousand in the bank. 100 Thieves is so rich, they're not gonna have to save again for the rest of this half, no matter what happens. 15K on Ozza, 13K on Gratisfaction, 13K on JKS. They are living the dream.
And this is the same setup we saw JKS and Gratisfaction at before. They had a deagle that time on JKS. Gratisfaction had a scout, I think, but very much the same aggressive setup. Lias obviously by himself at ramp, and then 2 guys inner. The focus is by Squeaky. One on hut. And this is where it gets annoying as well if you're the T's, because obviously you do these late smoke walls. You haven't taken out side control very fast, at all this half. You've been leaning towards these ramp rooms and like late yard pushes, and that's why these setups for 100 Thieves are so strong. And the fact that Lias gets away here as well, when they do have that man advantage, and again we talk about nades, they have so much left. So we'll see here. This is probably the best play Daps could have made, just walk through. Hope for a timing as well. If we look at minimap, this is when Gratisfaction kind of falls back now.
Elias, he's done such a good job towards that ramp area. Gen.G at this point, they would have loved to have sniffed him out, figured out what this defense is down lower.
Wait, do they not even realize this is possible? Neither of them are looking this direction.
If Daps opens this door.
I talk about timing, right? That's exactly that. Exactly what you're saying. I don't think they were aware that Daps could have been here.
Oh, what a crap position to be in if you're Lias. You don't know when Daps is going to peek. There it is. Oh, he almost blew it. The transfer over was spectacular. Great damage done to Daps, but not the kill. Bomb is finally being planted at the lower bomb site for Gen.G, and they have smokes up at the choke points to give them time to slip away.
I wonder if that peek from Daps came a little too late. At this point, 100 Thieves, they've got the utility advantage, the health advantage, full kits. Time is ticking away, though, as you mentioned.
The molly here is going to be the problem for Gen.G. We'll see if Gratisfaction can... Yep, he dusts it out. But this is... Yeah, I love this from Gen.G. We're all taking the fight, right, all together. We know we don't have nades. You have to fight for it, and they do. And they finally make it down. And that's all in the hands of Daps. Being able to make that push outside. We mentioned the timing there. Gratisfaction is obviously the one holding outside, but when Lias goes down from ramp, who is the first rotate? It's obviously Gratisfaction, right? So you have that window of opportunity there, essentially, from Daps. And because of that timing, he makes it down. Get the bomb down as well. They definitely needed that, but as Jason pointed out, this will be 100 Thieves buying the next 2 rounds. So for Gen.G to get 9-6, there's 2 more weapon rounds they have to win.
Gratisfaction, very aggressive, finds an opening, and actually automatic does some damage and pushes Azure back off of hut too. But still, Gen.G going back to what worked for them, and this time the bonus, they found Lias. They've actually taken him out. This strengthens their lower attack. Well, it actually speeds things up for them.
Yeah, but there's also the defenses here as well. It's rotate 3 players essentially downstairs. 1 player at top secret as well can be there pretty quick. Let's see how Gen.G can get down here. At least this time they've got smokes, they've got Molotovs to block these things off. Decent damage done to Bentet. That might make them nervous about pushing forward into this. Good pick from Automatic with the AWP. It weakens this hold downstairs. Gratisfaction, Molotov coming out, gonna force him off the bomb plant. Daps goes down anyways. There goes Kusta, now with 3-on-2, and Bentet is stuck in the bomb site. Automatic with a nice peek, 2-on-2, and Bentet still hasn't put it into play just yet. Another Molotov rings out, but Automatic is standing tall in the open, inside of the smoke, and there's Bentet, patiently waiting, and Gen.G have gotten up to 5.
Again, another nice round there. They actually take their time, they get ramp control, they go down lower, but they don't just rush it. They take their time, they talk about the nades that they have, and they actually come up with a plan. Exactly what you want to happen. Even if 100 Thieves have some nades left there, just the fact that Gen.G gets down there safe, gets into good after-plan positions as well. There's a nice little crossfire setup there. The only really counter would be to come from short. And again, the 9-5, as we mentioned, 1 more weapon round to win here for Gen.G to make this 9-6. It's been an uphill battle. It's very impressive end of half here if they actually end up getting these last 3 rounds. Can see if they can make it happen. Another lobby standard. Default, there's 2 guys outside, Kus and Sam.
Oh, that's not ideal. He was so blind and so on fire. Ooh, that's another nice pick. This half was looking like Gen.G didn't have a chance of scraping together enough rounds, and all of a sudden, so quickly, they're about to rattle off the final 3. From 9-3 to 9-6, 100 Thieves is not going to be happy about this turn of events. Liaz coming up ramp room, he finds 1, but there's still just so many more to find. And Gen.G have complete control of the map.
Yeah, 100 Thieves members individually, they just kind of fell into the trap that Gen.G had set up, spread out, meant to punish any proactive pushes, and that's exactly what happened. 100 Thieves slowly just went into their crosshairs, and yes, 1 versus 4. This is a lot to ask, and it's not going to happen. Gen.G 6-9, 6-9 in the half.
Yeah, not too shabby at all. Well done from Gen.G. Heading to a break. We'll come back. We'll see how they do on the defensive side. Stay tuned. Second half is live. Gen.G back 3 rounds from 100 Thieves at 9. We'll see what they've got on defense, or more importantly, we'll see what 100 Thieves can scrape together on their attacking side.
Yeah, and look at the buy from Daps here, CSAT. He actually got that dropped. Bent that bot on HE as well. No kit on the side of Gen.G. That's something to be mindful about here. When 100 Thieves starts hitting the bomb site, you kind of have to fight for it, or at least you can retake a little bit faster. It's a slow vent take. Kusta gets the first. He actually drops some vents to kind of meet them. Well, yep, that's a little bit awkward.
Oh dear.
Oh, okay.
That's a spicy meatball. Kusta. Oof, okay, he's had enough. He's doing drive-bys. He's doing crazy things. 2 on 3. There's Jacob with 1 and Gratisfaction as well. Ooh, a dicey 1 versus 1. Jacob's got the safety of Dark Spot, and Automatic's going to push up. No kit on him at the moment, and he's won it, and he's just fine even without a kit.
Probably the worst position you want to be in if you're Jacob there in that 1v1, especially when Automatic knows where you are as well. Meatball meter.
I appreciate
the
that.
92%. That actually got a little bit dicey, especially like we saw the nice little round from Kusta there. That's holy moly.
Yeah, he was really cruising. The spin on a JKS was nice. That was a P250 as well. That was a pretty big weapon. I mean, JKS is going to be frustrated. He obviously comes out of those vents not even expecting JKS to be there. The 180 is brutal.
You know what to say? Trying to kill someone in the back. The headshot.
What do they say?
It's harder, man. it's buggy. You know they slouch a little bit. They're proper gamer nerds. The CTs they slouch.
Yeah,
all
that
these
awful
models.
posture.
It's difficult to get that shot.
I've been working on my posture for like the past year, I'd say.
How's it going for you?
Doesn't seem like it's going well.
No?
Listen, you turn this around, Jason.
It's not as easy as you'd think to just always be sitting
Sit
up straight.
Yeah, it's so hard. Plus, I'm just so long too.
You are lanky.
I'm a long
Yeah.
human, so sitting up straight is extra hard for me, I think.
I got one of those harnesses that you can use. You can strap on. That's so uncomfortable.
But does it help?
I
have one of those
I
too.
only used it for like
Yeah.
2 days, and then I
No, I've
gave
used it.
up?
I know they're great.
Oh.
If you're sitting from the PC, the harness, they just pull them back.
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
great. I've noticed that I had a lot of problems, and I actually started using it. It's a little bit awkward at first. Like the first day was just like, this is real weird.
They have the one that you put on your back, like right at the base of your neck, and every time you slouch, it like beeps at you.
Yeah, but
Or vibrates or
that's
something.
not gonna help me.
Yeah, I'll just throw that thing across the room eventually.
All right. Well.
One thing to note here, 100 Thieves got the bomb down. This is actually a pretty unorthodox, because usually, like I mentioned the whole week, you just have to buy on these rounds. But 100 Thieves, they want to play it safe. They go just for one, like the Deagle buy. No armor.
Thanks, production.
Production's
That's a
never
record.
seen 0%
It's a
either as
record
well.
low.
Love it. They're getting a little bit spicy with us.
I was gonna say, I don't know why
Jason's
they're
not done
taking shots
nothing
at
wrong,
me.
yeah.
You're the one throwing them under the bus every chance.
Listen, I think that they appreciate me throwing them under the bus.
Oh yeah.
They want to be involved.
Okay.
Yeah, they want to be as involved as possible. But yeah, as I mentioned, this should be then no bomb plant on pistol. For 100 Thieves, they only bought Deagle here, not even armor. So for this coming round, it's going to be a good one. No AWP, but a lot of utility across the board.
JKS spamming away through the door. And he actually He's had quite a lot of success. His game sense is always tingling. He seems to have the good timing, but 100 Thieves, they're going to need him now more than ever to have those game senses intact because Gen.G. Jason, let's test your math today. What's their run right now?
GenG?
Yeah.
That's a really good question. I guess it would be 5 straight.
5 straight.
Yeah.
Even try to help you out there a little bit.
Yeah. Well, you know.
Oh, that's nice.
Listen, now that I have it, I'll be way more confident with that in the future. I need a starting position at the very least. Yeah. Let's see. Quiet on the map for the moment.
So yeah, that's 5 in a row here for Gen.G. I mean, 100 Thieves, Azure, he finds himself, oh, he gets caught off guard. I think maybe there was a noise cue from Automatic there, actually baiting him, and Bentet on top of the hut collects the AK, and this was a clean round for Gen.G.
Yeah, it really was. That's well played. And only, what, 1 player goes down?
Yeah,
so
only 1 player.
They build a whole ton of money behind it. That's awesome. To get your money situated early on in the half on your CT side of Nuke makes you feel very good.
Especially with the upgrades that actually came with it in this round. I'm not sure exactly what happened with 100 Thieves in that round. I think maybe they really thought that Gen.G would bite on those cross smokes. And they thought they sold the fake enough to be able to just contact out upper like that, but
they were wrong.
They were wrong. Gen.G didn't bite at all. Som, he's completely blind. Falling back, he's got Kusta to back him up here. Nice clean kill. Good follow-up. Oh, Som, he gets taken out. Bomb is down though, so it's all gravy.
Yeah, also at this point is just looking for 1 more kill. I don't think he'll find it either. Close to the door, there's the open, there's the shot.
Som's not having the greatest time so far.
No. But, I mean, it also goes to touch on, you know, we mentioned in the first half with Liaz, you know, your ramp players, you generally want them to be, you know, like a really, really good decision maker. Som's kind of the other direction, right? Like, he's the most inexperienced on this team.
Yeah.
But he's got that, you know, young man aim.
That young man aim indeed. You know, usually there's a lot more synergy, especially if your ramp help player comes so fast like this to help. Generally, you know, as that ramp guy, you're a lot more ready for a duel like that. But where you saw Som die, he died almost at the door, falling back all the way. And that was after Kusta had already kind of gotten 2 clean kills. So kind of...
Maybe he just didn't think that Ozza actually had made it downstairs. Maybe since Kusta got the kill, he, you know, just assumed that he wasn't going to get attacked. Regardless, I think the big key there is a lack of... synergy between Kusta rotating over and some staying. Still, obviously, it's fine when it's against Tech 9s. Maybe it's more of an issue against AK-47s. They damage on a Jacob down to 60 HP. And Kusta is brought down to 56 as well. He's already dropped into vents down below.
A lot of utility damage going back and forth. Som's going to give it up pretty easily. Actually, him and Daps kind of do a tag team. Som going down into secret. Daps, he's full blind. He's going to have to give it up fast as well. And Gen.G, they're still okay with this. Automatic, he's under ladder with that AWP scoped in.
I wonder, though. He's coming back now. He's got to... Oh, dear, this is awkward.
No.
The timing is not great. And...
Wait.
Well, now he knows.
That smoke as well.
That smoke is horrendous, but it's going to do the job well enough. The upper defense is in so much trouble. The Molotov even misses from Kusta. He's ruined. He is so screwed.
Oh, this round was kind of shambles coming in from both squads.
I don't know what the game plan was. I don't know why Som dropped for Daps to rotate into ramp. I figured him and Kusta were going to get aggressive towards secret, but they never actually pushed or did anything with it. So that one's a bit of a head scratcher for me. And obviously, especially, it's so much to ask Automatic with an AWP to sit under heaven and watch outside and ramp room. Like, that's just asking for trouble.
It's one of those things that we talk about this whole week as well with Gen.G. This is actually one of the problems that they actually have a problem with. We saw it on Inferno as well, where they just basically just sit there on their sites, all hunkered up, just waiting for an action to happen. Instead of, like Jason mentioned there, you know, when you see the rotations, when everything's going on the map, as for CTs, you cannot get stuck the way you did on the site here. You have to push somewhere. If you know they're on the catwalk, there needs to be a quick call there. Go in lobby. You have to do something. You have to regain some control. Otherwise, flashbangs will come in and you will not be winning those those trades, especially when they have Mini, they have Hot, they have Heaven, the whole shebang. Not gonna work out. And that's 10-10 now. We have a pretty close series here on our hands. This is still a C-decided map. And we still have money on that Gen.G side. So still very much with the pistol round win. They're basically clawed back here.
100 Thieves slowing things down once again. Just allowing Gratisfaction to find some success with this AWP. He hasn't really been too involved so far with it. Things might change in this round. Kusta, close by that CT red. Sounds like some flashbangs were actually coming out from either him or his teammate. And he quickly clears that. The 100 Thieves, they're starting to pressure. The smokes are coming down. And this ramp, it's been a huge problem for Gen.G so far.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a really nice timed molly, because as I mentioned on Gen.G side here, pay attention to when the smoke ball got put, right? It's a minute left, the Molotovs come in, and now because of that molly, the timing now is a little bit off for 100 Thieves. And now also, not only are you at a man disadvantage, but you're coming down lower with 40 seconds left. So now instead of taking your time and really clearing this to fully, and as well, we look at the Gen.G nades. This is gonna be a really difficult round here for 100 Thieves.
Cruz has a Molotov that he hasn't used just yet. There's the first head shown. He does eventually get it. Liaz with an immediate trade. Now ramp room again, a massive problem. JKS steps in and finds a kill. Som is going to start getting pinched and he didn't even realize it. Flashbang holds him away. A 3-on-2. Daps and Bentet going to try and recover the situation. 8 seconds left as that bomb gets planted.
JKS did so much. He was so patient towards that ramp. Pays off hugely. Punishes Som. This HE grenade might do wonders for Daps. It actually brings Gratisfaction pretty low. It's all going to be on Bentet though. Daps, he's going to be patient. Let Bentet find a duel. There it is. Bentet actually makes things possible for Gen.G. This grenade.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh. That's so close to getting the kill. That might be the deciding factor, JKS. Well, one more, that would have been an important one. Flashbang is out. He's almost out of bullets on the AK as well.
Oh my God!
Lord! I can't believe it. And he can't grab the last.
JKS! That Glock! Oh my God, that one tap!
That one tap was sick. You could hear the magazine clipping as well, that he was just running out of bullets. That's heartbreaking.
Holy crap. And he even started off the round with such a great pinch onto Som. You mentioned it, Jason. He had no idea. That timing, it was to perfection. The replay seems to be buggy right now. I hope we can see it. It was so great from JKS.
Oh, we're going to get it.
Let's go, baby. Show us that one tap.
Yeah, just replay the round. I'm fine with this as well. This is good stuff.
Even his utility usage too, right? I mean,
yeah.
JKS completely made this round possible for 100 Thieves.
Door's going to get blown open here as well.
Yeah.
I mean, it's unfortunate that the spray battle he gets into on the initial fight is so busted, because that's what causes him to run out of ammunition. Oh. Well, you know, the round had to begin. We had to go away. We'll get back to it. We'll find that, and we'll play it again later.
Man, I can't believe Gen.G ends up winning that round. I mean, they do everything perfectly there. It's look at rotation, stuff like that. But then once 100 Thieves hit the bombs, I mentioned the whole thing with the time. JKS, the whole thing that JKS gets even the second one from Som. How is that, you know, how can we allow this to happen? The call should be made. I would imagine he's stuck in a gunfight. He's half blind. I think that maybe he just didn't hear the communication throughout the action. Yeah, that's what I think
happened, because you saw the sequence. Inexperience.
He actually backed up, right? But then I don't know what happened there. Happy that Gen.G ended up getting that win anyway. Oh, there's a gap in that smoke. Azza doesn't want to mess with it.
You know, this is the second time I've seen a gap. The first time around, it was on the left side.
Yeah.
A huge freaking gap, and now it's on the far right side. And this wasn't the Molotov gap that we sometimes see. So that's definitely something 100 Thieves are going to have to revisit. But right now, they're revisiting this upper bomb site, and they actually do take out Daps. These are some good trades coming out for 100 Thieves side. Automatic's crazy. He gets the one, and JKS, that's a cleanup for him.
Man, that was
You know, I like the play from Automatic though. Still,
Fine with it?
I'm fine with it. I'm actually fine with it.
He's going for that highlight clip. He's going to go the other direction. Here we go. Here's the JKS clip. Boop.
Oh my God, you can't spin to win anymore, but you can still crouch once or twice there.
Yeah. Well, also, I mean, it helps that it's a Glock. Any other gun, maybe, and he gets that kill.
Yeah, he's just dead. You're upset about that one.
Maybe even just 2 more bullets in the AK. 1 more bullet in the AK.
But he earns the respect back from the previous one. That was a 1v2 from JKS. Wins that one this time around. And that was a super important round, because we look at GenG's money, especially with that previous round as well, that JKS almost won. Only 1 member alive from GenG, and this time around, the damage has been done. It is a full buy from the GenG side. It is armor. Not a lot of nades though in SMGs, CZs, Scouts, and Deagles. Versus essentially a full buy here from the 100 Thieves side. We need some quick kills from GenG, and we need the trading game to be on point. That's not the start you wanted. Here, if you're Psalm here as well, you get some damage done, and that's actually a nice little trade. The Automatic is there to help.
Oh my God, he tagged 2 more there.
This is winnable-ish. Winnable-ish.
If there was a moment for Psalm to get back into the round, get back into the groove of things, this is absolutely it. He's got 100 HP, full armor, and a CZ. That's not the gun you want. But he's still, I mean, he could maybe still go shopping, but he's going to get closer and closer to the bomb here. Oh,
Problem is that op. Yeah, that op on the angle just gets sent packing right back down the ladder. 12-11. Seems like 100 Thieves have regained control of this match. It was slipping out of their hands a little bit. I mean, for a while, GenG was on an 8-1 run. 100 Thieves has put a stop to that by winning these next 2, or these, 2 in a row right here. And without the money, GenG's gonna have to sit a couple rounds out.
Yeah, and even loss bonus-wise, you're sitting at 2K now. It's probably going to be round number 13 for 100 Thieves. And you have an option to make there, GenG. Because the buy you will have for next is not going to be the most ideal. You're not going to have a bunch of ops. You're not going to have a bunch of... It's a very quick round. I was going to say Fin Air.
Excuse me?
Fin Air. So 1 flashbang and 5 members on the GenG side outside. And they get 3 in a row. That's insane. So now 100 Thieves makes their way inside. JKS still has a very good position here. And keep in mind as well, there's not a lot of utility on this GenG side, and there's no armor.
How do they play this post plant, though? I mean, they can re-smoke Mini just now. That'll go deep into the bomb timer. Another Molotov for up above. A real contact play, though. JKS can just play peekaboo. That nade doesn't do the damage he'd like. JKS does not want to use utility of himself and give away his position. Flashbang is out. Liaz has the first kill. There's the pounce. And now towards Vents, JKS has that one. And even salvaging the AWP. Well done. Good recovery.
And it's JKS with another one. Sure, it was a 2-on-3, but JKS turns into a 1v2. He wins it again. Nice snappy aim as well. That flashbang, it's not the most common one. It's a little bit slower, so you can kind of have time to avoid it, which is why you also saw GenG go with it at the same time. Doesn't flash the CTs. Nice and close round, but it's still a round for 100 Thieves nonetheless. And it's a buy. As I mentioned, this is the kind of buy we talked about before. We talked about money. It's still a good buy for GenG, but it's not the best.
Yeah. Ooh. Another opening for JKS. He's down in the lower bomb side. He took a dink for his troubles, but he'll be happy with the kill. And again, a lot of pressure applied to Psalm over in ramp room. He's got to manage this now. He's already struggled at times at this part of the map on defense, and he's got one of the best aimers in the game hunting him down. Plenty of information is being gathered as 100 Thieves make the run. JKS has another. Psalm out in the open, has to be careful. JKS just could not get the gun out in time, but they know his position. Now he's trapped, and he's gone down.
If you're GenG here, you save these weapons. You don't go for it. There's no reason to.
This is the last chance you have to save, though. After this, you got to start fighting for everything at 11-14.
Absolutely. But even this one, sure, I'm sure there's a kit somewhere, but they don't have it on them, and they don't have enough nades as well. As Jason was saying, you only get a few of these rounds, so you kind of get away with just saving. Giving a round away for 100 Thieves. They make it 14. And you mentioned Som. He's not had a great game so far, and he's the ramp player as well. He's been getting abused, I'd say. Thieves, they take advantage of it. Also here as well, 4 members alive on them. They have a lot of money, so
They're rich.
Yeah, they're rich. You know, Gen.G, they made a comeback on the first half, and it was an uphill battle. It was 3 rounds in a row on full weapon rounds for 100 Thieves. They have to do it again here if they want to try and claw their way back of potential overtime or even win the map.
I think the nice thing too is they've already kind of shown that they can rattle off, you know, string rounds together. You know, when you consider they started this half winning 5 in a row, Gen.G.
Yep.
So I mean, you've already shown you can prove that you can make this comeback happen. It's about getting that first foot forward. Automatic with the scout peering towards top silo.
And sure, it is a scout, but at least you will have some sort of control or vision for outside. Some information for the other 4 members for Gen.G here. The rotations needs to be on point here, and the mid-round calling as well for Gen.G needs to be on point. If 100 Thieves are making their way under heaven and stuff like that, you have to take long. Same thing here. We kind of see as well, it's a very slow round. We should see a smoke wall come in here from 100 Thieves, and again, it's around the minute timer. Usually as well in Europe, as I've mentioned, when the smoke wall comes in around this time, you actually don't tend to go outside, you tend to go for inner. Because you don't have a lot of time to kind of make your way down. And that's actually the play that we see here from 100 Thieves this time around. My worry here though for Gen.G is that it will make the rotate away. But the scout's still there, and Kusta's still there, and now we see that ramp push happen, and Som has already rotated down. Kusta's gonna be the first one here.
I wonder how much 100 Thieves is hitting tab and saying, let's keep going at Som. He's only got, what, 5-6 kills in this game so far? Yeah. He's gonna get a double kill here, and the bomb being dropped. Good damage. Okay, this is a great round from him. Fantastic work from Som in a tough situation. He's going to burn eventually, but he's done his job. And it's Jacob left in a 1 versus 3. 10 seconds on the clock. Bomb is over towards Dark Spot as well. There's no chance he's winning this round, so it's all about trying to find maybe one parting gift at the end. Take a weapon, take money, take economy away from Gen.G. And there it is.
It is actually absurd how much of a caster curse you have. You mentioned as soon as you say, why not go for Som, and he gets the 3 kill.
I know.
Basically doubles the kills he's had this whole series. But it's a nice, I mean, this is a great hold from Som. You know, he goes down here and 100 Thieves just runs away with probably get the bomb down. But just the fact that he stays alive, he doesn't even need the 3rd kill here, honestly.
Yeah.
He's done enough.
He bought time. That's probably the best round he's had in perhaps this whole map. Well done for him to get Gen.G started in this comeback. Just 2 rounds away, 12-14. However, as we mentioned, 100 Thieves has plenty of money to work with. 23 kills on JKS, 21 on Liaz, and 21 kills on Bentet and Automatic apiece to lead the way for Gen.G.
I mean, you mentioned it, right? Even look at 100 Thieves as a collective. It's a team effort across the board.
Yeah.
Kills very much spread out. We've seen a lot of action everywhere. And as I mentioned, you know, 100 Thieves, even the last round, they made the right call. It was a good effort from Som to hold that off. But they make it, and just because of that as well, we mentioned it, we'll see the answer from 100 Thieves here. It's been late smoke walls outside, and we see it again here. Gen.G with some money, gonna try and mess up that smoke wall here, but it's a different play for 100 Thieves. They do the smoke wall, and it's a mini push instead. It's a little bit weird of a wall there. But they make their way down.
Is that by design?
Maybe, potentially. It might have been after they heard the molly. Maybe they thought it failed and they threw an extra one. But this is a split. It's just 2 guys down lower. And again, we see the reply from Som has actually not been in ramp room a lot. He's been straight down lower. This is a pincer move from the 100 Thieves. And I'm not sure if Gen.G can actually hold off of this.
I don't know. They have the players down here. Kusta's here as well. Gratisfaction with the bomb, but they don't have the manpower to protect the plant. He would have to risk being exposed somewhere. If you plant on the side of silo for control side, you're exposed to ramp room. On the other side, you're exposed to ramp room and Kusta at door. So it's just patience from 100 Thieves, but GenG's fine with this. None of them are moving either. You know JKS is down here already. Stratus faction you may not have a read on.
And as you mentioned, the important thing here for 100 Thieves is to clear out at least one area so they can get a safe bomb plant.
I guess they would try to go back up vents. I'm not sure. Those guys, so they clear out control side just to make sure they can have this plant. But I mean, again, it's a big risk that no one is going to be peeking from ramp room. There it is, finally coming in. It's just the SMG on Daps. JKS needs to get involved now. 1 versus 3, another clutch opportunity, and he can't land this one. GenG closed the gap to 13.
Yeah, and again, I'm actually really liking this call from GenG. We know that Sam has had a lot of problems in the ramp room. He's actually, last 2 rounds, he's actually not been ramp. He's been gone down lower right away. It's actually Kusa that's been the rotate that kind of is peeking a little bit to ramp, but they've been just avoiding it. Playing that guy, Kusa is obviously the guy that's holding under heaven, and Sam is still holding ramp essentially, but he's holding from lower. And both of these rounds, it's worked out. And Jason mentioned it was a lot of money on the board of 100 Thieves. This is the last amount of money, though. They are really broke now, so we've mentioned the comeback from GenG. This is the perfect round.
It's not like their money is sitting great either. 100 Thieves can still kind of reverse this. It's just, I mean, what a great job from GenG to come back into this. There's some smokes going up deep outside, and they're going to use that to push. Kusta outside behind the blue box, waiting for Liaz to lurk through. Oh, he might get a freebie. He's seen the gun barrel. That's the bomb down. What a turn for a second. And now automatic pounces from up top. He's found a double kill as well, and GenG is in this.
And 4 alive as well. I mean, we're talking the potential comeback. Initially, we talked about, hey, if you want to go for overtime, you're going to have to string some more rounds. But now with the economy advantage here, and we look at the economy for 100 Thieves, now we have the potential of swinging away with this map if you're GenG. 16-14 event, potentially. Depends on the call here from 100 Thieves. Are they going to go for the win? They're going to go for overtime. It's a half buy, not a lot of nades, deagles. And obviously we know they might not have full control of it, but we know the economy on GenG is great. So if this is just a round to kind of do some damage for GenG, it's not going to be great for 100 Thieves. You kind of want the bomb down at least. But again, the trading game needs to be on point, and these deagles, we're going to have to see a lot of nice 1-deags here. They're going to try and win this round. That's not the start you want.
No, indeed it's not. Automatic outside, spots one at red box, has found that kill. Ooh, great follow-up from Liaz, even better from JKS. Oh, of course this is the way it goes. This is the way it happens. Daps is going to get shut down as well. Psalm is left in a 1 versus 3. This is a calamity, a disaster. Many words for it.
You need some nice 1-deags, and JKS gives me 2.
I don't know if there's really GenG could afford to take that loss. Kusta's down at $1,400. Daps at $3,700. They're going to be fighting with close to nothing.
What a weird round, honestly. Like, it comes down to rotations. I mean, JKS, yeah, sure, 2 nice kills. This second one as well is absolutely unreal. Boom, goodbye.
That's a great use of information. You can hear him just listening for that rotation and capitalizing. Last round of the map, potentially. It's either going to be 100 Thieves 16-14 or GenG forcing overtime. 100 Thieves has this one opportunity to close out the first map. And this would, remember, this is GenG's map pick. They'd be able to steal it away from him. And let's see what's going to happen here. Final round coming in hot. Advantage in terms of weaponry, in terms of the buy, in terms of utility. That lies with 100 Thieves as well. GenG has made a fantastic comeback. But it could all fall short here.
Yeah, and we look at the potential rounds here. We kind of know as well, Jason mentioned it, but there's still a good buy for GenG. They had 4 members alive on that round that they ended up winning. But one of the things they don't have a lot of is Molotovs. So if 100 Thieves, for example, wanted to do a fast A-take here, they could have done so. Nades in, HE's in as well. But it's a lobby default. Just going to wait it out a little bit. I think it's actually a little half-slow A-take here from 100 Thieves. A lot of nades are being thrown here at least. I don't know if it's just to cause some chaos on that CT side, or maybe to cause them to throw some more nades. It could be like a second wave essentially. But as I say that, again, Psalm is holding lower, and I wonder if 100 Thieves has kind of made this read. I said he's holding lower. He's been lower, but he's upper heaven this time around. no one has been
there's-
holding ramp. Is what I was getting at.
But look, they're back in lobby. The bomb. So yeah, Sam is in so much trouble. He's got one man coming up behind him, and he might not have the courage to kind of push into lobby to get some kind of safety. This player in heaven, as soon as he comes out, it's Kusa with the save. Jacob never pounced. That is a huge kill to get. And 100 Thieves have no utility. They've used everything. The smoke is down in mini. They've used a Molotov as well. They have no more nades. They have to make this count. And they're going to shy away because Oz has opened up ramp room. He's got the escape route. But there's 2 players in upper. There's 2 players in lower.
Yeah, and Automatic has such a good position here as well. And you mentioned it. There's no nades on the 100 Thieves side.
This looks like overtime.
Yeah, it definitely looks like overtime. The most important thing here for Automatic is honestly just to survive. You don't need to take this peak. But as soon as you get that call, you kind of have to fight. Boom. Yeah, this is where you kind of run away. You get another angle, a more defensive one. You know Daps is invented, so yeah. It's still okay. Look at rotation, right? Yeah. So gets the kill here as well. Now we're talking communications. Even for 100 Thieves here. 2-on-3, still doable.
Yeah, especially with the bomb planted. Here we go. Doors open. Closed. Utility being spent by Gen.G. Door's going to open again, and they're waiting for that peek. Ozza's up next. 1 versus 3. They close the door right back on him. Tap the bomb as well. Now they keep him off the defuse. Ozza needs to get into the action right now. First kill. Daps ducks beneath it, and we've got overtime.
Oh man, oh man. I think that 100 Thieves, a few of these rounds, they make the right read of just taking ramp. As I mentioned, yeah, Sam wasn't having that round, but if we pay attention to the swap that Gen.G had, and Jace pointed out that Sam had a pretty quiet game initially, so they stopped playing ramp. Sam was lower a lot of the time, so we had Kusta underneath heaven that's holding underneath heaven instead. The swap was still there, Sam just had the heaven position, but the fact that 100 Thieves kind of take the ramp control instead, but they fall back and they had their little window of opportunity and they don't take it, and we force overtime. That's a great comeback, both of these sides from Gen.G. The mental fortitude is definitely there, and now we're full buys across the board here.
OT. OT. Wow, Automatic. Starting off at the ramp area with that AWP. Liaz. He's been so patient here, but it definitely looks like they wanna test Automatic here.
They've been going ramp room a lot, and it felt like they were going after Sam, so I fully understand Gen.G just rotating him around and putting Automatic there this time. Catches him off guard. Gratisfaction takes a lot of damage for it.
Automatic burned his smoke towards that ramp, and looks like 100 Thieves, they're setting up for their cross smokes here. They haven't had quite as much success down in this secret as I think
I mean, this should be such an easy read. If they throw the wall smokes now, it's actually a difference. It's face smokes instead. But look at the time. This should be such an easy read for Gen.G. You know for a fact they're not going to come down on this time. There should be an easy read here of saying, hey, watch out for inner play. Might be one lurk, but because of timing, there's not enough time for 100 Thieves to actually make the play to throw those smokes for. So we'll see. Here comes the inner bomb side push. Gen.G has to mention, yeah, I mean, it's a complete shutdown. I feel like that's a very sloppy round from 100 Thieves. You could have done the same play, but you need to throw the smokes earlier. Otherwise, there's nothing. You can't expect Gen.G to make the call about, oh, watch out for lower when there's 30 seconds left. I mean, it takes you 15 seconds to get to the bomb site.
Navi would do it.
They do it
yeah,
3 times in a row, wouldn't they?
Navi ain't scared of that clock. All right, 16-15. 1 round lead for Gen.G. And this is close as hell. Utility outdoors, it gets blown open. This is 10,000 start money for overtime, MR3. And a very similar setup to the previous round. Hut and rafters are covered. Automatic is, I believe, up heaven.
Just holding that hut line of sight. And he's going to go ahead and rotate. I guess he's probably going to use that smoke for his ramp mate. Bentet, he's been holding strong on this top hut position. Being a nuisance, surviving.
I'm a survivor.
Keep going.
I'm gonna make it. That's all I got.
Okay.
Here we go. Smoke wall outside, this time at 50 seconds. So they can make him feel a bit nervous about that lower bomb site. Sam has just dropped down, but he's still pretty much huddled close to ramp room.
And it's not only about that, it's also giving you enough time for the Thieves, right, to actually make a solid execute on the lower bomb site. Because again, they walk down, right, 30 seconds left now. Then they have to clear everything here. So what's going to happen here is that once they get long, it's just basically an explosion.
How is no one downstairs for Gen.G? They're just calling the bluff again, I guess? Now they're starting to move in, but I think this is too late. I think the Molotov, oh, that's helpful, actually. That's actually a well-timed Molotov. Som needs something, though. One player already out of the window. They're going to wide swing this, and there's the push from ramp room. JKS goes down. He's the one, the last time 100 Thieves ran this strategy, he was the one that opened things up with that flank. He's no longer an option. But look at all the utility, all the flashbangs for 100 Thieves, and they're in a perfect setup to shut this down. 4 players coming down the ramp from Gen.G. Here we go, it's going to be a battle. That's a good angle. Daps with an important trade kill, but the op at the distance, Gratisfaction is so safe. Kusta coming in late, one more towards control side, one also over in Toxic, and he should have the information, but they've got to hustle. Kusta trying to chase this player into the site, and they've gotten away. Automatic with one, needs to stick the bomb. There's not enough time anymore for the defuse. It's going to be a win for 100 Thieves.
Well done, well done. We said Navi will do it 3 times in a row, leaving the clock down, but we should have said 100 Thieves because they bring it out once again. This time around, the close wall smokes, and they just walk down, buy time. Gen.G sweated out. Their rotations were kind of out of whack. Even Som, I wish he would have taken on an actual duel because he Molotov'd at the perfect timing and held 100 Thieves at bay.
Yeah, even if Gen.G just had one guy in vents or one guy by the usual spot by lower, you probably win that round. But because they just opt not to go anyone lower at all, even with the wall, even with the smoke wall, Som was the first approach, right? But he was in such a defensive position, holding ramp mostly. It's a fast round again. Jason pointed out, focus on Som has been definitely the game for 100 Thieves, and he goes down this time, but he gets one with him, and a quick rotate as well.
A really quick rotate, but Gratisfaction, he's so ready for it. And this double peek through the door caught Automatic off guard completely. And Daps and Kusta, they're really spread apart here. I mean, if Kusta is able to get a kill here, I'm sure Daps will start pushing forward even more. But there's so much utility Daps' way right now.
Yeah, I was going to say too, JKS just has a Molotov. Like, if this goes too late, he could just drop it. Daps is backing off. There's the one kill from Kusta. Molotov in the dark. That's perfect. JKS is forced into the open, but Daps can get nothing done. And now the time is just too far gone. I cannot believe he flicked that kill.
Dude, what just happened?
Kusta's nuts.
Eat your heart out, Leaf.
I'm sure there's a tech. Oh my god. And that's 2 rounds on the board for 100 Thieves. Jesus Christ.
Jesus,
he
take
had the
mouse.
same thing on the pistol, Kusta. What a snappy aim. Look at this. Okay, dude. All right. Okay, Kusta.
Well, they're still down by a round. 19 is the winning number here in this first overtime. Automatic. With the AWP. 100 Thieves did have the one chance in regulation to close this out. They weren't able to do it. If they can win this round, they'll have 2 opportunities. And I guess this is a question of which defense are we going to get. The one that started the game, where 100 Thieves went up like 9-3, or the one that, you know, closed the half, where Gen.G was able to rattle off those final 3 rounds. JKS going to step away from the Molotov. And into mini we... Ooh, no, excuse me. Good trade, good shot from Automatic. Gratisfaction missed the initial barrage. And now Gen.G have opened up a pathway to heaven.
Pathway to heaven has been opened up. Even JKS getting taken down by Secret. Full Raptor control. Daps now poking around towards connector. There's so many targets that 100 Thieves have to decide on. There we are. Just domino effect, snowballing out of control. Liaz, he's got lobby control. At this point,
He should save here.
Yeah.
They were pretty smart with their buy coming into this as well. You kind of saw on the 100 Thieves side, they didn't buy fully. Gratisfaction had an op armor, 2 flashbangs only, no smoke, no molly. Same thing on the other end of 100 Thieves. I love that from Gen.G. Even the execute you see themselves there, they have a lot of utility to work with as well. So don't be sloppy, let's throw them and let's make sure we get this bomb site safe. And you see 5 members alive from Gen.G. That's a great start for the second overtime. And they continued that trend with that good T side.
Picked up right where they left off. Nice start. 17-17.
And we'll see how many overtimes we get today.
What was it? The first day I was here, we did 5.
I think it was
5.
5, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't sound that much.
Wait, was it 6?
Might have been
been
6.
I think it's. I want to say it was 6.
Well, that would be something unique.
We're only on the first one here, so we
It
still
was
have
a
a while
top
to
10
go.
longest game of all time.
Yeah. I'm happy we were at the BTS couch to experience that.
I would
If
have.
this was-
I want that to happen with no one other than you two.
Thank you so much. And Gratisfaction throws a flashbang, goes down underground. Bit of an aggressive setup here. JKS is there to help him out as well. So it's a bit of an outside setup, a yard setup there for 100 Thieves. This is a nice play from Gen.G. I wonder if they read this. Nicely done with the flashbangs as well. Jacob
Oh my!
needed to survive, but he goes down. And this is Gen.G with 18
He needs
rounds.
to save.
He should.
I don't. Oh man. Yeah, you need the money. This 10K with MR3 on the CT side, you're gonna get punished real hard.
And usually what we say, whatever happened in regular time on both of the sides, you throw out the window once overtime happens. That's when you start seeing funky rounds. You start seeing these rushes, unorthodox runs. And that's a great read from Gen.G. We saw as well, 100 Thieves had that outside setup. JKS, CT Blue, we had Gratisfaction by underpass as well. So the rotations are not there for 100 Thieves. That's the best call Gen.G could have made. And such a nice read as well coming into this overtime. Are they going to kind of get away with it? We'll see here. We mentioned as well, economy. It's $10,000 in overtime. And 100 Thieves, they don't have a lot of money here. We still have the op on Gratisfaction. Mag 7 on Jaken will probably be stationed on that hut area. 2 SMGs and a FAMAS on JKS.
Alrighty then. Let's see what 100 Thieves has. Take us to a double OT or drop the map in heartbreaking fashion. 2 players outside, 1 in secret stairs. That's Gratisfaction with the AWP with no armor. You've also got JKS over in the warehouse as well. Spotting the angle towards Mini.
He's only got a FAMAS, so it's doubly important that he makes this first contact a clean kill for himself. Ooh, that smoke. He kind of spots it. He does spot it. He's going to have to readjust his crosshair or his position soon here, and he does just that. That's the kill he was looking for. On to automatic now. Gen.G, they know his position, but that's okay. His presence alone is going to draw out that pressure.
Oh, I don't... Ooh, here we
They
go.
should know. They should know. They
One in
don't
midi.
know.
1 in midi. Free kill. Free-ish.
Wait,
Free. Surely. Nope. Okay.
Huh.
Moving along swiftly. There's 1 in hut now in lobby. Still that player at midi is able to just chill. Shotgun kill for Jacob. Transitions to the AK-47. And he's got a follow-up headshot. And here we go. A tough game, and it all gets forgotten if he can win this 1 versus 3 to close out the map. Massive damage onto Gratisfaction. Playing inside the bomb site, a nade lands at his feet, and he goes down as well.
What a wild round, a wild round. It seemed like JKS would have communicated over to his mates that that possibility was there.
He
but
saw
you
him
saw,
too. He spotted him.
Yeah, and that connector player just didn't know. But thankfully for his sake, he's so close to the corner that Bentet, he can't get a clean shot on him or a whiff. I don't know. I couldn't tell. But
Yeah,
either way.
I couldn't tell with the X-ray if he was in the open or not. I thought surely he just would have been...
It seemed like he was in the open.
Yeah. Someone's gun just stopped working. Either way, what a great round from Jacob. Shotgun kill, transitioning to the AK-47, adds another one on top of it. This nade did massive amounts of damage to Som, and even the final kill right at the end. Triple kill to save 100 Thieves. Double overtime. 22 be the magic number now.
And this is where it begins. This is the outside setup we saw 100 Thieves. They've used it twice before, and both of the times this mixture have worked out. And we saw the same reply as well from one of the rounds from GenG. Takes ramp control of that, but Gratisfaction is there for this time around. But that so 3-on-3, full chaotic round here. They're lower, but the rotations are there for 100 Thieves, so Bob's gonna go down.
Daps on this super lurk. Gonna make his way down vent. A little slow. He's got to speed up the process if he can. Actually, he gets taken out. JKS, who knew, was more sweaty than Daps in this round. And Bentet and Automatic, they find themselves lower. Automatic, he's got that AWP down in that back cave area, the dark spot. If he's not... Oh man, this is such a one and done spot. If 100 Thieves timed this out well for him. That's a clean first shot. Okay, easy does it.
That's a nice crossfire setup from Bentet and Automatic as well. Bentet just making sure nobody can touch Automatic.
Especially because Bentet had his upper, his top window side. That was definitely that weak point for him.
And I love the reaction play from GenG as well. When JKS gets the first guy by T-Red, the call is made from GenG, hey, they probably have an outside aggressive setup. Let's push ramp. And they do it, and they do it together. They go down, and the trade games happen, and obviously that's still upper. Gets a kill for the rotate as well. It's a bit of a different GenG from what we've seen. Waking up a little bit here. And it's the first round on the board for them in the second overtime. Another aggressive setup for 100 Thieves. It's a bit different this time around though. JKS is behind the T-Red. He's been playing pretty aggressively in all the other rounds.
What an ang. Love it from Gratisfaction.
What a shot as well over the smoke. JKS pushed up again. They might not expect this.
Definitely not.
His timing is everything. But if Automatic has an inkling, if he takes that angle with the op, then it's going to be hard.
That's a T-smoke.
Bentet just threw that.
Oh no. Oh, he even heard that tag. Here's all the footsteps. One quick kill. Oh, he's going to delay everything. Automatic's got to come back to deal with this. And he's going to go down as well. JKS is a beast. 3 kills in the round, and it's just Daps left in a 1 versus 5. A plant would be lucky.
Who knew? Bentet thought he was helping his teammates out to throw those smokes, give them a wall of smoke to feel secure. But that wall of smoke, it turns on them because that leaves 100 Thieves to throw that pop flash, and it just tees JKS up for that. The chaos, JKS comes out on top, ends up flanking them. I mean, Automatic, he tries to force this trade, but it's just too late. JKS was in prime position.
All tied up. Final round of the first half of the second overtime.
Solid, Jason. Can't expect anything less from you.
No, I deliver day in and day out.
It's not a super fast smoke wall, but it's a pretty fast one if you consider the timing. 1:30, they come down.
Round 2?
Gratisfaction,
Surely not twice.
Round 2.
They're never going to expect him up here again.
Oh, round 2. He's staying. Oh, no. Why did you do that?
Yeah, he's crazy. He's out of his damn mind. Flashbang is going to force Liaz down. He's trying to be quiet about it, but I think he realized the danger eventually.
Dang, the confidence just beaming on Gratisfaction there. Automatic actually is going to give the advantage to GenG, but JKS takes it right back, actually equalizing this round.
They better hit this quick. They better hit this quick. JKS is here up on top of the hut. They're never going to expect it. He's coming in late as well.
Oh, no.
Oh, he misses. And Ozza out in the open. He needs to back away, and his safety goes back for the fight. And Liaz falls next. 1 round lead for GenG.
And that's 2 T rounds as well. And we make the other swap. You can see here, as Jason said, 22 rounds to win it. This is a close one again. But GenG been pretty good in this overtime when we talk about the trade game and stuff. Even in that Gratisfaction kill there, Som gets the trade. He doesn't fall back, makes it a 4v4. Quick outside push here. We see the same thing. Failed smoke. This is the mollies. GenG's been very good with this. 100 Thieves should really know that. They've been doing it every single round. They still at least get the trade, but Gratisfaction is low as well, and automatic gets a kill on Acer.
Yeah, that's phenomenal damage on by Kusa. This one's going to slip away. So GenG's going to have 2 chances to close out in double overtime. 2 on 4. Gratisfaction going to jump up to try and wrap around Heaven as Liaz provides support. 1 minute and 10 seconds for these two to figure out a way to overcome the overwhelming obstacles.
Overwhelming obstacles. Gratisfaction gonna have a look towards this inner, and Sam is actually right there just looking at him.
They do have
Oh,
utility.
that's Daps actually.
They have, I mean, at least they have flashbangs if they want to toss one in. That would kind of give up the game.
Yeah.
But I mean, you need something. You get Gratisfaction at 14 HP.
They can't afford to use one here though. They don't want to give away their position, and
Yeah, I mean, there was really no right answer to that
Yeah.
situation of where you were going to go. Nice defense from Gen.G. And again, like I said, 2 chances to close out this map.
Dose.
Nice.
And it's so
Your contribution
Dose
is noted.
chances.
We're getting better here on the couch. We're even doing
Speaking
multiple
other
languages now.
Yeah.
Do it in Korean.
Tuge.
Nice.
E. I don't know.
That was a fast yard take from 100 Thieves. Gen.G messed with the smoke again. It's happened even in regular time, and they get the payoff for it. This is a lobby default build from 100 Thieves. Usually with rounds like these, you tend to see a late smoke wall, but JKS actually tries to go down lower, and he succeeds.
That's a bait. That's a nice bait.
Look at
Yeah.
the position of Sam already here, right? He's not moving around. He's already down lower. This is kind of what you saw in regular time, too.
Oh, it's unfortunate he didn't have any other help. If Kusa had been able to get that 1 kill in Vents and he has that double kill, then there's something to work with. One final chance for Gen.G, or else we're going to triple overtime.
That triple overtime is looking likely. The money, actually, I take that back. The money is decent. They can drop.
Yeah, it's a toss-up.
Yeah. Somebody's going to be working with scraps as far as utility goes, but it does seem like everyone will have the optimal rifles. At least there's that.
And a tactical is called. We should have maybe 1 or 2 more of those still left. We haven't seen a lot. And obviously, it's a very important round. Gen.G wins this one. They win the map. And it's their map pick. Then we would be moving on to Vertigo. Again, I mentioned it. 100 Thieves, one of the best teams on that map. So for Gen.G, you need to win this map.
Absolutely.
Take it to a potential 3rd and potentially winning the series. But if 100 Thieves, again, if they end up winning this map and then go moving to Vertigo, it could be a quick 2-0. Or I say quick, obviously 3rd overtime potentially. But we'll see what they have in store for us here. No nades and automatic. There is a bunch of utility though left on the Gen.G side overall. Wonder if JKS can try and do the same. The smoke is a little bit different this time around though, but the flashbangs are good and he makes it down. And I wonder if this call is going to be made now from Gen.G, but Saw this time around, he plays ramp. And we haven't seen it a lot.
That might have delivered them the map right there, that whole triple kill for Som in a game where he has struggled mightily. What a time to come alive. 4-on-2 retake scenario. JKS is going to have to do some kind of a creative play.
Whoa.
This is bold, but it's needed in a round like this. Aza waiting to slow them down. Smoke Molotov to keep them back, to keep them in danger of JKS's flank. He's going to go down, and now it's JKS. What kind of a play can he bring out?
Dang.
And I don't think it matters anymore. They're going to smoke defuse, yeah.
But
And
it almost did.
It almost did. That could have been so cool. There's no way for Aza to realize that Kus is already in control window. Brutal. 22-20 victory for Gen.G. That was their map pick. And a nice comeback. Remember, they were down 9-3 at one point. And even, I think, 14-10, 14-11.
Yeah, and I think it's such a perfect ending for Gen.G as well, to have Som have the highlight MVP round to close it out, especially because, I mean, when we looked at that scoreboard, I think he had like 4 kills. Not only that, but ramp being just
Yeah.
the position inherently. They either come and they all come, or they don't come at all. So
Right.
that position can be a little bit tricky to get yourself back into the groove of the match.
Yeah, we'll touch on this when we get back, because we're going to go to
Yeah.
a break, and then we'll return. We'll have a little bit more discussion about Nuke, so stay tuned.